A security camera installed on private property in New Jersey captured something strange in the night sky. The footage even shocked die-hard skeptics. Let's take a look. At first, we see a bright light slowly moving through the sky. And then, out of nowhere, another object rushes toward it at an insane speed and appears to strike it. The first sphere suddenly plummets downward, but then, within a second, recovers and shoots off at lightning speed. Some are already calling this an aerial battle between UFOs. Others believe these are top-secret military technologies we'll probably never hear about. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. A girl named Charmaine has been dealing with disturbing events in her home for a long time. Objects fall on their own. She's plagued by recurring nightmares. And one night she woke up to strange screams outside.
I just woke up. I heard someone screaming outside my window. Oh my God. What? There's a guy out there and he's just staring out my window. What is he doing? What the hell? He's staring at me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What the fuck? Oh my God, I think there was something fucking in my room. I don't know.
First, she saw a shadowy figure outside her window, and then her closet door suddenly swung open, sending something tumbling out. Panicked, she rushed to her car, but once in the parking lot, she froze in horror. She could see someone staring at her from inside her house. Someone who definitely wasn't supposed to be there. And the next night, things got even worse.
Shit. Oh my God.
On video, you can clearly see a hand reaching out from behind the couch. But when she checks, there's nothing there. And then, just a second later, someone appears behind the curtain. That was enough. Charmaine ran out of the house in a panic. Since then, she hasn't been seen online, leaving her viewers worried and full of questions. This next TikTok video was filmed somewhere in an Indonesian forest at night by a group of night hikers. The clip is short, so the backstory is unknown. But what they captured that night is genuinely unsettling. Let's take a look. the camera picks up something moving in the dense foliage. It looks like a humanoid figure, but it has no head. With shaking hands, the person filming keeps recording for a moment longer. And then, the video cuts off. Who, or what, this will likely remain a mystery forever. A TikTok user uploaded a video that left many viewers terrified. He had gone to stay at his grandparents' house for the night and everything was fine. Until his grandma asked him to go down to the basement to grab a jar of pickles.
Okay.
And they should be over on those shelves down there.
Okay. Is it the room with all like the plastic boxes?
No, over on the wall there are shelves that has canned goods on them.
Okay. Okay, found him.
The place was a mess. Old boxes, dusty furniture, and stuff scattered everywhere. At first, he was a bit overwhelmed, but eventually he found the jar. Unfortunately, his relief didn't last long. When he turned around, he saw an elderly man standing in the doorway. It looked like his grandpa, but he was holding a hammer, and something about him just felt off. The video cuts off right there, and no one knows how things ended. But one thing is clear. He probably won't be visiting his grandparents again anytime soon. In 2023, a TikTok user uploaded 2 eerie videos titled "The Ghost at a Fast Food Restaurant." The girl who posted them claims these events took place at the KFC where she works. Let's check it out. First off, the restaurant is inside a shopping mall, meaning we can rule out drafts or external factors. But even if we somehow blame this on an earthquake, how do you explain this? There are no logical explanations for what we're seeing, so maybe ghosts aren't such a crazy idea after all. On February 20th, 2025, a woman named Rachel recorded a video that terrified both her and her social media followers. It all started with a simple helium balloon shaped like Elmo from Sesame Street. A gift for her son.
It's doing it again. It stopped.
At first, no one paid attention to how it seemed to move on its own around the house. But the real red flag was that the balloon always stopped right in front of the basement door. Every single time. It never went inside until one day when Rachel's son decided to follow it.
Andrew.
This time, Elmo acted differently. The moment her son walked after it, the balloon floated past the basement threshold and suddenly stopped, almost as if it was waiting for something. Some would dismiss this as just a draft, but no matter where the balloon was, across the room or even upstairs, it always followed the same path. Then, one late evening, the security camera caught something even scarier.
Babe.
Quiet. Quiet.
The balloon began to float up the stairs, straight toward Rachel. But just as it reached the top step, it suddenly froze and never moved again, almost like something was stopping it from going any further. The family knew they had to get rid of this cursed balloon, but their son refused to let it go. So they decided to wait for it to deflate on its own. However, within days, things escalated. Rachel was home alone when she suddenly noticed something peering at her from the basement door. At first, she didn't realize what it was, but as she looked closer, pure terror set in. It was a forehead and a pair of eyes, watching her from the shadows. Rachel and her husband were shocked. Now it was obvious. Something in the basement had been controlling the balloon from the very beginning. After that night, they sealed the basement shut. But whatever's down there is still inside. So, we'll be waiting for an update. A trail camera deep in the woods captured something truly unsettling. The camera was set up near a river to monitor wildlife, but instead of animals, it recorded something no one expected. A A powerful, bone-chilling roar echoed through the forest. The person who owns the camera swears there were no people anywhere nearby, and when experts analyzed the audio, they made an even more disturbing discovery. Human vocal cords are incapable of producing a sound like that. So, what the hell was it? Most people believe this was the voice of Bigfoot himself. Unfortunately, the camera didn't capture the creature. But even just hearing that roar is enough to shake even the biggest skeptics. This footage from an outdoor security camera was recorded in early 2025. Neighbors had been complaining about strange noises at night, so the homeowner decided to check the recordings. He expected to see some local kids messing around, but what he found shocked everyone. A crowd of semi-transparent figures barely visible to the naked eye. They flickered in and out of view, like wavering shadows from another world. Some people even called them a ghostly horde. So what do you think? Video glitch, camera malfunction, or something genuinely paranormal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. A popular Vietnamese YouTuber recently uploaded a video capturing something truly terrifying. The uploader recounts that he was walking home from work when he suddenly heard eerie, drawn-out female screams coming from near a public restroom. The figure's erratic movements are just as unsettling as its horrifying wails, but then something even more disturbing happens. The mysterious entity vanishes behind a column, and when the cameraman goes to check, there's no one there. What the hell was that? A real demonic creature or just the uploader's hallucination? Judging by the lack of visible fear in his reaction, it's hard not to question the authenticity of this video. The next video was shared on TikTok by a small-scale farmer in Oklahoma. He explains that he and his wife recently moved to their farm and have been working hard to turn their land into a thriving garden. However, all their plans came crashing down when, one evening, they returned home late and noticed that a light was on inside one of their barns. At first, the guy assumed it was just some neighborhood kids messing around, but that theory quickly fell apart.
These junior high boys have been pulling pranks on people, so I think it's them. But they don't really have anywhere to go, so I'm gonna bust in here and try and catch them. I don't know what they're doing. Hey! 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 Hey!
As the light flickered, a dark, shadowy figure suddenly appeared in the window. But when he rushed inside, there was no one there. 2 weeks later, the farmer began hearing loud noises coming from another barn. And what he caught on camera next was even more terrifying. As he stepped inside the structure, he noticed movement outside and ran out, trying to catch whoever was lurking around. But, just like before, there was no one in sight. However, as he scanned the property, he spotted the shadowy figure again. this time moving toward his front door. The farmer called the police to search the house, but as you might have guessed, they found nothing. Then, just a few nights later, a loud, unsettling banging sound echoed from his garage. Summoning all his courage, the man went to investigate. The attic door was slamming by itself, and once again, no one was there. Now, at his wit's end, the farmer says he plans to install security cameras all over the property. But for now, he has no idea what's lurking on his land. This terrifying incident happened to a young man when he was home alone. Let's take a look. Returning home one evening, the uploader found a massive, eerie doll sitting in his hallway, but as soon as he looked at it, the doll's head suddenly began to turn toward him. The horrifyingly pale face with giant black eyes scared him so much that he bolted out of the house without looking back. He jumped into his car, ready to flee, but when he checked his rearview mirror, there it was again. The same terrifying doll staring at him from the back seat. The video cuts off at this point, leaving us to wonder what happened next. A recent mysterious video from Peru has captured the attention of viewers worldwide. At first glance, it seems like an ordinary nature scene, but then something completely unexplainable happens. At a closer look, a semi-transparent figure appears to be falling to the ground alongside a large tree branch. This eerie shape has sparked countless theories across the internet. Some have drawn comparisons to the alien predator from the movie Predator, known for its advanced cloaking technology. Others believe it's just an optical illusion, with light bending off the falling branch in a strange way. Another theory suggests that there might have been an actual primate in the tree, which somehow appeared blurry in the footage. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Imagine walking through a forest at night and suddenly hearing bone-chilling screams. Your first instinct would probably be to run. But these guys, they decided to track down the source of the noise. What they caught on video looks eerily similar to a banshee. For those unfamiliar, a banshee is an Irish wailing spirit believed to foretell a person's imminent death.
Una señora, güey. Escuchen. Hola. Mira. Arriba, güey. Uy. Hey, déjalo. Espérate, déjalo. ¿Quién es? Déjalo. Cuidado, güey. Cuidado, a ver.
It seems like one of the more reckless members of the group got too close, and as a result, ended up with an injured arm. But even that didn't scare them off. They kept chasing the entity, which only seemed to make it angrier.
¿Dónde estás?
¿Cómo te llamas? Manifiéstate enfrente de mí en el nombre de Dios.
Uy.
Vámonos, compa. Mira, ese es un guardián.
Mire.
Vámonos.
Mira.
Wait, did it just throw a stick at them? Why would they provoke it in the first place? I have a strong feeling this is another staged video, but I'll leave it up to you to decide. The next recording comes from cameras installed inside a school bus, capturing an event so bizarre that it defies all logic. At first glance, everything seems normal, just an everyday school ride somewhere in America. The driver is giving the kids a talk about proper bus behavior, when suddenly, strange obstacles appear in the road, followed by a series of loud bangs. And then, it happens. Every single child in the bus vanishes, leaving only their backpacks behind.
You need to get in your seats right now. Hey, you kids, step forward, please. Facing forward, thank you. That's what I like. Whoa. 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 Everybody, hang on. Oh. Is everybody okay? Kids! Kids!
The driver doesn't immediately notice, but when he finally does, he's clearly stunned and completely at a loss for what just happened. The footage looks incredibly convincing, making it difficult to say whether this is real or just an elaborate hoax. Drop your theories in the comments. This video was filmed inside a large supermarket. The uploader explains that he went to the store's home goods section to film the available selection for future reference, but what he ended up capturing was far more chilling. Let's take a look. A pale, semi-transparent figure of a girl appears at the end of an aisle. She stops, stares at the man, and then suddenly vanishes into thin air. What was that? The ghost of the supermarket, a clever hologram prank meant to scare customers, or just another case of digital editing for internet clout. This is an old video, buried deep within the internet, with no known source. The footage shows a group of friends enjoying a camping trip in the woods. They're hanging out around the fire, laughing and having a great time, when suddenly they notice something behind a tree. At first, they think it's a dog, but then things take a horrifying turn.
Vous avez vu un truc encore bouger?
Bon, toi là.
Il y a un truc là-bas?
Il y a un truc derrière là.
Attendez. Minou, j'ai trouvé ta mère. Bon, c'est deux fils de gueule.
Pourquoi t'as laissé tomber là-dedans?
Pour éclairer, putain!
Attendez, j'accélère.
A bizarre figure peeks out from behind the tree. Its long fingers and disproportionately large head are barely visible, but enough to send chills down your spine. You can hear the group start to panic, and then the video cuts off. Let's hope they all made it out safely and only walked away with a light scare.